People suffering from armed conflict are on the front lines of the climate crisis. The ICRC witnesses daily the twin impacts of climate shocks and conflict. These shocks are costing lives. People are exposed to disease, malnutrition, and displacement. Of the 20 countries considered the most vulnerable to climate change, 60% are enduring an armed conflict. In places that have been damaged by decades of conflict and fragility, people's coping mechanisms are radically eroded by violence and instability. With weakened resilience, they are left vulnerable to further shocks, including from climate change. The ICRC is adapting humanitarian action to help communities withstand the combined impacts of violence and climate shocks, and we are ready to share our expertise of fragile environments. But we cannot respond alone. Understanding the consequences of a changing climate on our collective security is key to developing responses that will meet the needs of the most vulnerable. This must go beyond hard security to encompass broader human security. We call for progress at the Berlin Climate and Security Conference in 3 areas. 1. We must join forces across sectors to strengthen climate action in conflict situations and rapidly scale up our efforts. This will require significant and systematic and structural changes and strong political will. 2. Environmental degradation would be mitigated and communities better protected if international humanitarian law and its provisions that protect the environment were better respected during conflict. And 3, climate action and finance must comprehensively reach people affected by conflict and violence to support their resilience and adaptation capacity. Dear colleagues, the climate is changing everywhere, but it's people living in fragile contexts who are the most severely impacted. We urge you to do more to ensure they are not left behind. I thank you.